the functioning of scanning electron microscope. This microscope has revolutionized the study of small objects, and in the field of geology it has many applications in different branches. So far as micropaleontology is concerned, we can go for magnification up to 10 lakhs, and this helps us in identifying the microorganisms and their fossils in a very great detail. So today I am going to demonstrate to you how this scanning electron microscope functions. Components of this scanning electron microscope. This is the main unit, in which we have a column where vacuum is generated. The lower part encompasses the specimen that has to be viewed. Viewers, we have to prepare our sample for scanning the images. This instrument actually works on a simple principle that we coat our small specimens by any electrically charged material. Generally we take gold or platinum for that, and once the specimen is charged, then we have to put this specimen in the specimen chamber. I will now demonstrate to you how the specimen is prepared for a scanning electron microscope. Viewers, I want to demonstrate to you how the specimen is prepared for scanning. This is one of the corner slides used in micropaleontology, in which we keep the fossils in the two different slots. The specimen that we have to select for scanning is to be taken up with the help of a needle or a moist brush, and then it is placed on a metallic stub which has one adhesive piece of tape, and then this specimen is put on this tape, and it is ready for bombardment of electrons in the plating chamber. This machine is also an integral part of the scanning electron microscope, and it is called sputter coater. And its function is that when we keep the specimen in it, and it takes around 15 minutes to develop vacuum, and then the machine will start making very thin layer of gold particles on the specimen, so that the specimen is converted into an electron. Mr. Arvind, who is the technical assistant in the university, will demonstrate you how the specimen is kept in the sputter coater for plating. Viewers, now the vacuum has been generated inside the chamber, and now we will go for coating of gold particles. That will take around 1.5 minutes. Sufficient coating of gold particle has been done on this specimen. The specimen is ready for its imaging under the chamber of the scanning electron microscope. Now we will take out the sample and we'll put it in the chamber for screening. Now we will open the chamber and we will place this specimen Viewers, our specimen is ready for its imaging, and as you find on the screen that I have put one specimen up next to the area, which is visible over here. Now if I have to increase the magnification, all the control system are digital, I have to simply press the plus button and you will find that the image is increasing. If I have to decrease the magnification, then I have to push the minus button and you will find that the image is reducing. Depending upon our requirement, we will increase the image to the extent that the test or wall of the specimen becomes visible. You may be finding here that this is the wall of the specimen, which is at present at the magnification of around 1200. We can magnify it further and we will see that there are so many other details up to this limit, that is around 10,000 magnification. Because today we have seen that this scanning electron microscope is very useful for studies of microfossils in the branch of geology which is called microbiology. I want to end here that the classification of different organisms were primarily based on the optical microscopy. But when this electron microscopy came, it has revolutionized the entire classification, and new groups have emerged, and it has helped us in fixing the date and other parameters of the fossil. Thank you.